So John Templeton was really interested in big questions, and such as, why do people, do things? In what way can we make the world a better place? How can we understand God better? And I think he was also really believed in the power that people had to change themselves, the importance of character, the importance of the desire to make change and develop themselves. And what Templeton, in this project is bringing the opportunity to promote the idea of exceptional cognitive ability or genius, which he felt was one way in which humanity could move forward and progress quickly. So one of the interests in genius and programs and talent programs is to support exceptional cognitive ability and other important character traits such as creativity and curiosity, so that greater technological and scientific understanding, but also a broader understanding of man's place in the world, and what the individual can do to participate in that forward motion, in that greater understanding of God and the world in which we live. So we, have been very excited to support this program here, and it builds, my sense is it builds on a real interest in Hungary to support talent, and it's very exciting to see what's been going on in the last year with this program. This program belongs to quite a small category of our grant making. Our largest is the Humility and Theology, which is in understanding more about God and the nature of divinity and pure science. So we do very few projects in this category, and it's really interesting to see the way that a program supporting exceptional talent can support the broader frame of what Templeton seeks to achieve, which is greater spiritual progress. I do think that this aspect of the programme you've got here fits very much in accord with Sir John Templeton's desire that those with exceptional talents have exceptional responsibility. And so it's been very heartening to hear the way that the work you've been doing with these young people to develop that sense of broader wisdom and not just knowledge or ability, that understanding that if you have talent, it's a gift and it's a gift for you to pass on to others. I hope that through this program there'll be people here who come to it because they love something and they want to do it. It really excites them and inspires them to meet some of the children and get to know how it's changed their lives. But talking to the excellent team of experts you have organising this project, I think it's been really interesting to see how you've used the power of networks. You've used different psychological measurements and understanding particular character virtues. And now the challenge really is to bring together all this rich information that you've collected and learnt from the time with the children and in the whole process of putting this grant together, and seeing how it can interact with other things that we do. So, of course, we're very, excited to be supporting this program. And thank you very much for doing it also professionally. I've always been interested in big questions, and my one was, what is beauty? How do you define beauty? It's the big question of in art history. And And I think the way I eventually ended up answering that question for a particular place and time demonstrates that there are important questions to which there isn't an obvious answer. But actually, if you approach them in a creative way, an unusual way, you can often end up answering part of the big question. And from what I've heard and what I've read about this program, and this is exactly what you're trying to do with these young people. You know, some of them are very clever with, logically. Some are very talented in sport. Some people are extremely creative or talented and gifted with words. And it's finding their own answer to a problem or to a big question, which may help answer that big question, and feeling confident that they have something to contribute. And I think this is what we all try and do when we do research. When you go into studying for that length of time, you hope to make a contribution.